Peace, y'all. Peace. Peace, peace, peace. It's more light in here. Okay. Peace, y'all. Hey, check out my shirt. It has the word belief on it. Okay? This is a word I don't commonly subscribe to. However, I purposely wore it because of its definition. And the definition is to accept that something is true, especially without proof, right? Especially without proof. So if you don't believe at least that you're special and that you have superpowers, okay, we need you to at least start with believing. Because after you believe, you'll see the proof. You'll get to that point where, hey, I am special, you know what I'm saying? I do have superpowers, and I'm bigger than this thing they call life here on this planet, okay? And you will know who you were meant to be, okay? That's why I like this shirt, okay? Let's start off with some notes. Got some notes. Okay, let me start off by saying that I like working with this deck. This is the deck I usually work with. You guys see me dealing out. Okay, this deck here, you can look up all the symbolism on the internet. You can Google all of that. That's why I like that deck. And it speaks to me. You know, it speaks to those who use them as well, not just myself. But I like it because it does speak to me. The symbols in there do tap into your subconscious, right? All right. So let's see. Let's talk about. Oh, I want to also speak on that. I don't want to make people feel as if it's all about me. Okay, it's not just about me. It's about the collective. It's about us raising up together and truly experience this place called Earth, right? Uninterrupted, unmolested by the so-called elites, society, media, the program, the matrix. Okay? This is why we have so much trouble just living life, because of all these interruptions, because of all of these diversions, all of these things that are here to disrupt us and bring us to a slave mentality, okay? A follower mentality instead of a leader mentality, okay? Now, a message to all my introverts. I understand you, okay? You carry a frequency, a very high frequency, right? You don't want others to disturb that frequency. This is why you guys don't like to go out in public and deal with folk or big or large crowds, because you don't want people disturbing your frequency, okay? Know this, okay? Almost all humans, regardless of race, is from the same source as us, as you. Okay? I'm talking to the introverts. All right? So, no need to worry, okay? We just have to develop some patience, okay? And then also maybe build an imaginary force field, okay, around us whenever we're in the public or what have, okay? Now, next, also, practice modalities. Yoga, sports, breathing exercises, this all helps a lot. All helps a lot. And now, for trauma, for us folks who are dealing with trauma, some of us have to endure trauma, right? We have to endure trauma. We have to have this experience of enduring trauma in our past, okay, to show others and to teach others, okay, then we'll change reality for the masses because it was needed. It was needed for us to go through this trauma in order to change it, in order to change reality here on earth, okay? Okay? A lot of people go through trauma and we witness their traumas. And now that's encoded in our subconscious, in our minds, in our memories, in our souls is recording that. So now, I'm just thinking about it and make sure this thing is recorded. So now we can change the reality, okay? So we don't have to be going through that kind of trauma any longer. All right, now also I want to say that settling, when you settle, okay, is a form of self-disrespect. Okay, you're telling yourself that you're not worthy. You're giving up on yourself, and you're also saying that I don't feel like I'm worthy. Okay? We don't need that in our lives. All right? Unless you're no longer passionate about what it is you're giving up doing, then okay, you should not give up. Okay, not give up on yourself. Keep trying. Okay? Keep, not trying, but keep at it. Okay? Lastly, if you are having trouble trying to figure out if a person is being real with you or not, be patient. This is a card game, and they will show you their hand sooner or later. Right? This is a card game. Alrighty. Getting a little thirsty, hold on. All right. Let us go to the deck. I said a few things, quite a few subjects. Well, let's go to the deck and see what the energy is like out here. What do we need to speak on? The deck. The deck will show us. Okay, what energy is prevalent? All right, what energy is prevalent that needs to be addressed? Because, okay, Source God wants us to achieve. Wants us to live our best life, wants to experience, okay, whatever that experience may be. All right? So, is there communication going on here is that we can obtain to live our best life. Put the cards down. Yeah. All right. The Empress. Okay. Feminine energy. Feminine energy. All right. This is This is a bearer, okay? You know, the woman brings life to the planet, okay? She is the planet, okay? Because if you're gonna give birth to anything, you gotta be feminine, okay? A masculine energy is not doing that, all right? Feminine energy is gonna be doing that, okay? Everything you see here was birth, okay? So if you're gonna be birth, if you're gonna give birth to anything, if you're gonna bring anything about, it's gonna be a feminine energy, y'all, okay? It's gonna be a feminine energy. So the feminine energy here tonight is strong, okay? Know that you are a bearer, okay? You're a bearer of souls, all right? You cultivate, you bring the children up, okay? You raise the children, okay? Know your powers, okay? Know that the woman is actually the leader, okay? She holds quite a bit of magical powers and energies that, when coupled with the right partner, you guys can achieve anything, okay? Anything. Bringing things here to the planet, bringing things from the other realms into fruition, okay? Oh yeah, when you're coupled with the right partner, okay? When you come in honestly, when you come in with no strings attached, when you come in with just your soul, your heart, okay, wanting the real, okay, when you come in like that, all right, you are going to achieve. You're going to achieve things, okay? Look at that. You're going to achieve, and the universe will witness that and bestow upon you all that you desire, okay? Coming together with this, especially coming together with this union here, okay? Can you do it by yourself? Sure you can, but you can do even more with someone, okay? Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. One more. What we got? All right, the King of Cups. All right, so we're dealing with emotion, intuition, feelings on relationship. It's big on relationship. The energy tonight is on relationships, y'all. Relationships is powerful tonight. We got this love in the air for sure, okay, with these cards here. All right, so with the King of Cups now, you are a chief commander of your emotional states, okay? How you feeling emotionally, how you tell people how you feel, what you're doing with your emotions. You're doing all that at the highest level, okay? For sure, okay? And you're gonna need that. You're gonna need to be a commander of your emotions, all right? In the realms of love and intuition, you're gonna need that when you're dealing with the feminine energy. And this is the King of Cups, so that's a masculine energy, right? Look at this. You got the Empress, okay? Someone who's full of a life bearer, you know, a soul bringer. And then you have the union of a man and a woman, okay, in a relationship, pure love. And then you have the masculine energy of emotion, control, okay? Control emotion. The highest emotional energy that you could possibly want. Okay, you want to have control in a situation like this here. Okay, you want to have emotional control with a situation like this so that you can best navigate the murky waters of the earth. Okay, this is a beautiful reading here. All right, I hope that someone is starting a new relationship and going into the relationship with no preconceived ideas, no baggage, okay, all good intentions, not exactly, a certain outlook, go in there with your heart and be as honest and as naked as possible, come in without any baggage. All right? Now, that's going to conclude our reading for today. If you enjoy my readings, feel free to donate. Okay? If you're receiving, if I'm helping with anything you might have going on in life, please donate. All right? Any amount doesn't matter. Okay? It's all about exchange. That's all. If it's just $1, okay, we're gonna make it holler. All right? So I appreciate you. I thank you, and peace and love, and I'll see you next time.